You might be seeing the name Sam Bankman-Fried all over the internet nowadays. But did you ever wonder who he actually is? Why is he all over the internet? What is he arrested for? If you too are curious about this, you've come to the right place. In today's video, we'll be discussing all about Sam Bankman-Fried. Make sure to watch till the end so you won't miss anything. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. So, who is Sam Bankman-Fried? Bankman-Fried was a crypto prodigy who had been ascending the Bloomberg Billionaires Index ladder board until last month. But it was before FTX, the enormous cryptocurrency exchange he built crashed. Following his graduation from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 2014 with a degree in physics, Bankman-Fried started his professional career as a trader at Jane Street Capital. He specialized in exchange-traded, fund-focused arbitrage trading tactics at Jane Street, ETFs. In an arbitrage deal, a trader buys an item in one market and immediately sells it for more money in another market, locking in a profit with no risk. He started out as a crypto trader. He spent 3 years at Jane Street before discovering cryptocurrencies in late 2017. Due to the extremely volatile pricing and the highly inefficient nature of the market, Bankman-Fried instantly saw the immense potential for arbitrage in cryptocurrencies. He started off by concentrating on a Japanese arbitrage transaction that entailed purchasing Bitcoin in the United States and selling it in Japan, pocketing up to 10% due to price disparities. The kimchi premium, or the time when cryptocurrency values are higher in Korean won than in other currencies, was a factor in this deal. How he found FTX. Bankman-Fried established the quantitative trading company Alameda Research in November 2017, not long after turning 25, and as funding started to come into his business. Soon after founding Alameda Research, he shifted his focus to developing the cryptocurrency exchange FTX in 2019. Alameda's incentive is solely for FTX to succeed as well as possible, Bankman-Fried tweeted when FTX first began. Alameda was utilized by Bankman-Fried to start up liquidity for FTX. In comparison to rivals, he maintained a minimal personnel count and first established his business in Hong Kong for legal reasons before relocating to the Bahamas. SBF split apart from FTX US in 2020, adopting a more cautious approach to dealing with the tough regulatory environment of the United States. Despite the branching, the effects of FTX's collapse were widespread, and FTX US also declared bankruptcy. FTX reached a worth of almost $32 billion at its height. Before it collapsed in November, it was hailed as the third largest Bitcoin exchange in the world by volume. But it was back when SBF's estimated net worth was $15.6 billion, and he was still considered one of the top 100 richest people in the world. When did it start going downhill? After a wave of epidemics shook the market in the aftermath of stablecoin Terra USD's $60 billion collapse. FTX had been able to sidestep the liquidity crisis that had afflicted cryptocurrencies earlier in 2022. That little respite, however, would only last a few months. A comparable house of cards to Terra USD's foundation was used to build FTX. Early in November, a run on FTX's native coin, FTT, caused the walls to fall in. Like many other exchanges, FTX funded its numerous initiatives using its cryptocurrency token. However, a CoinDesk article from November 2nd questioned FTX's stability due to its dependence on FTT for liquidity. The story revealed that unlocked FTT was the lone largest asset on Alameda's $14.6 billion balance sheet, while the third greatest was $2.16 billion pile of FTT collateral. The markets went into sell-off mode after hearing that SBF's empire had been exposed by FTT. Before CoinDesk's report was public on November 1st, FTT had a market value of $3.4 billion. Since then, the token has been destroyed, as further information about SBF's poor management is revealed. Just before FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Bankman-Fried resigned from his position as CEO of the business. As FTX's new CEO, John Ray III assumed control after overseeing the $23 billion bankruptcy of Enron's failure. Never in my experience have I seen such a total breakdown of corporate controls and such a complete absence of trustworthy financial information as occurred here, Ray stated in a harsh critique of Bankman management. This situation is unprecedented, Ray continued in the bankruptcy court documents. From compromised systems integrity and inadequate regulatory oversight abroad to the concentration of control in the hands of a very small group of inexperienced, unsophisticated, and potentially compromised individuals. A massive global fraud. According to US investigators, Bankman-Fried allegedly used client funds to support investments in other businesses, pay off debts accrued by his hedge fund Alameda Research, and make charitable contributions. And it appears that a sizable portion of the money has vanished. Bankman-Fried has been holed up in his opulent Nassau, Bahamas apartment for a couple of weeks, posting on social media and giving several interviews to the media in which he claims he did make serious mistakes, but they were unintentional. He didn't want to do any wrongdoing. Within hours of one another, his arrest and the allegations against him represent a dramatic acceleration in the continuing FTX tale, which has engulfed the cryptocurrency community since the once respected business collapsed over a number of days in November as a result of its inability to satisfy consumer withdrawal requests. Before his downfall, Bankman-Fried gave tens of millions of dollars to politicians, placing himself in a prominent position in Washington and becoming the second largest Democratic contributor in the 2022 midterm elections. On the financial services panel, several defenders of cryptocurrencies used their time during the hearing to make the case that FTX was a bad actor who shouldn't reflect poorly on the rest of the industry. A court in the Bahamas dismissed Bankman-Fried's request for bail, stating that we have to separate out the terrible deeds of an individual from the good provided by a business and an innovation. As a result, he'll remain in custody while he fights extradition to the United States. When charges were issued, SEC Chair Gary Gensler stated that Sam Bankman-Fried constructed a house of cards on a foundation of lies while claiming to investors that it was one of the safest structures in crypto. Mr. Bankman-Fried's alleged fraud is a powerful message to cryptocurrency platforms that they need to comply with our laws. Bankman-Fried appeared in court in the Bahamas on Tuesday during a heated hearing that lasted the majority of the day. His attorney argued that Bankman-Fried should be allowed bond since he's a non-violent criminal. Prosecutors in the nation claimed he was a flight risk and could have money stashed abroad. He did not receive bail from the judge. According to Mark Caston, a lawyer for Buchanan, Ingersoll and Rooney, who has experience with cryptocurrency litigation, the government's indictment raises a possibility that more people will be indicted, or that prosecutors may already be collaborating with one or more of Bankman associates to develop their case against him. Caston stated, "Cryptocurrency is not something you do alone." Hearings on the fall of FTX under former CEO Bankman-Fried are scheduled for December by the Senate Banking and House Financial Services Committee. I hope this video gave you an insight on the crypto world. Comment your thoughts on all of this and let us know what you would like to see in our next video. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button. Take care and we'll see you in the next video.